see. Your mother and I, we would sit on the bus together, and in 7th grade, there was this kid named Tristan. Now, Tristan made my blood boil, and your mother did too, but I'm a little more ballsy than she was. It's true. Before she met me, she was shy. I know. Can you believe we're not even blood related? I know. Great minds think alike. Now, anyway, as I was saying, whoa, calm down. Do you want me to tell you the story or not? You have to stay still. Stop getting antsy. You cannot tell her that I told you this. I need you to pinky promise me right now. Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. Okay. You kiss on it. Okay. But don't ask questions you don't want to know. Why am I even telling you this? You're so nosy. You're so nosy. Your mother was too. You are a child. Anyway. Your mother's also a little bit of a harlot. But we're not gonna get into that. Anyway. We're 7th grade. Chubby little kid named Tristan. Picking on me and your mother, picking on your mother, and this was before. So before I got into her head. She was shy, she was reading books. This was how we met, by the way. I sat with her on the bus, we were just reading books. I thought, and I was a nice girl at the time too, I was a little weird. Yeah, nothing's different. Anyway, but we're sitting together on the bus, and this little, a shyster, if you will, because I don't want to, I know your mother's used worse words around you than with me, but that is besides that. Anyway, he was making me mad. Yes, he was. He had this giant speaker. You know, like your guys' like JBL speakers. Is that right? Is it right? It doesn't even matter. Playing stupid songs and saying rude shit, calling me weird, and then I'd been talking to her. I learned her name. I was like, and he said her outfit was ugly or something, and I can't stand that. And I looked at him, and I go, really? 'Cause you look like your mommy still dresses you. And he called this now, she never did. It's because she was like 18 and I was 13, drinking Red Bull. Don't get any ideas, because I'll take it out of your hand and I'll chug it, because I have a problem, I really do. Anyway, but every morning we walked to the 7-Eleven with pennies and dimes, and we would go, and guess what? We'd get a Red Bull, coconut, blueberry, original. Your mother likes zero sugar. I have an aspartame intolerance. Every day. And then we were stealing money out of our parents' wallets for it. We would steal the little old ladies up there. Had us thinking it was, had us drinking this demon piss. At 13. At 13. At 13. But you didn't see nothing. You did not see nothing. I am just folding laundry. Don't tell your mother. Anyway, and then we go to school, and when we got to school, Tristan didn't go with us no more. No more Tristan, but there were boys worse than Tristan. Oh, Tristan never date a boy named Tristan, never make friends with a boy named Tristan. It doesn't even matter. Why don't I have any decent clothes to fold? It doesn't matter. I have a pile going on. Don't mess with the pile, you stay still. Your mother dated some terrible guys. Let me tell you, one of them was named Oliver. She thought he was gonna be her daddy. I said no, not over my dead body. Oliver had this disgusting curly hair. It wasn't even real curls. A mullet even. Ugh, and not even a good one. There are only two kinds of good mullets. The Sean Kirstein one. You're too young to watch Attack on Titan. Don't pick it up. Best cinema. I don't need you watching it because all other forms of media will be terrible afterwards. I'm telling you. But Sean Kirstein had a good mullet, and George Michael. And I will tell you, Oliver was no George Michael, and he was no Sean Kirstein. No one is. He's supposed to be an uncle. Sean Kirstein, yeah. No, he's just not real. Don't bring him up to your mother. I don't want to talk about the heartbreak. Anyway, but I would go, and your mother had an eating disorder. I did too. It was something all girls went through at that age. A time where they wanted us all to be anorexic. I don't know. It's weird. Get some meat on your bones. And if you can't, you're beautiful anyway. Look at you. Your body's lovely. Don't go starving yourself. Don't go. Just eat. You have 3 meals a day. You're supposed to get around 2,000 calories. You keep that up. If you eat a little more, that's okay. If you eat a little less, that's okay. That's your own prerogative. Don't be doing this stupid stuff. But I told your mother, I was like, honey, you gotta eat. I cannot keep doing this with you. And she would eat her food. She would eat up food for me because she knew I didn't want to see her hungry. Oliver, he'd go and say, you don't have to make her eat. She doesn't have to eat anything if she doesn't want to. And I was like, who are you talking to? Because I will not sit here and watch my best friend starve because of your crappy, curly, permed hair and your scrawny legs with your knee-high socks and beat-up Nikes. I had had enough, and I took all of his pencils. I took his quarters and dimes, and I would get him sour Skittles, and he'd ask for regular Skittles. And you may not think, sour Skittles. What's so wrong with that? I know, they're good, they're delicious, but when you have them too many times, She's a slob. It's okay. I was too. Some would say I'm still am. That is up to the individual, and if you say that, you're a prick. I'm sorry. That was rude. Yeah, I talked about Oliver, and now I'm blowing up in steam and making me mad. Your mother. But we did some crazy things together. Yes, we did. Give us a bottle of Pink Whitney. Don't even ask about that night. It was a crazy one. It was lovely though. You never bonded like that. You're not old enough to. Your mother and you promised not to tell. Because I know your mother's a Christian. I know she is. I was there when she got baptized. I even officiated her wedding with her deadbeat husband, your dad, your father. And I respect her faith, but she was not always that good little Christian girl. We were witches. Yeah, we were. Don't even get me started. Hexing people. Talking to the dead. We were doing all sorts of crazy things. You can never tell her. Never tell her. You promise. You promise you'll never look at her differently after I tell you this. You promise. Okay, kiss it. Okay, I have your promise. Always doing crazy stuff. Putting each other in trances. Why would you do that? I still dabble. But she was crazy. We were both crazy. She tried to get me, one time, she tried to get me to take lip gloss from Walmart. Because I said I don't want this nasty Walmart lip gloss. I don't need to steal it. She said I need the rush. She told me she needed the rush. I said, I don't see nothing. You don't see me. I don't see you. But I'm using the lip gloss when you got it. And we left and she had the lip gloss and I used it. Your mother, go swimsuit trying. I swear to God. All of a sudden she'd get shy. Who is this? I've never seen her before. You give her a bikini, she acts like little Virgin Mary. She isn't. She isn't. It's a shame. It's a shame. But I love your mother. I love her so much. You know, we worked together at Chili's. Yeah, we did. We hosted. And it was rough. Your mother would cry. Your mother would cry. Because people were mean to her. Did I cry? Of course I didn't cry. Who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? I never cried. I yelled. I bite back. But your mother, they'd yell at her. 16-year-old. 16 years old, your mother. 17 I was. Yelling at her for no reason. They're adults and they can't do the job. I'm tired of it. I was tired of it. I told her, next time they say something, put the blame on me. Put the blame on me. And they wouldn't say nothing because they knew not to mess with me. Don't mess with your Auntie Scarlett. I will get you. I will get you. If you come to me. But whoever says blood is thicker than water, they lie. You know your father wasn't even there when you were born. You know who gave you skin to skin? Me. I gave you skin to skin. You tried sucking on my, you know what, the nursing area. I said, no. I will not have this little baby leeching off my teeth already. I gave you to your mother, and you were eating away. You were a hungry baby. A chubby one too. You were a chunky thing. You were a chunky crazy.